Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Looking at PCLN NVDA TSLA CMG Netflix daily weekly time frame. So PCLN, we have an inside bar on the daily time frame, just like SPY. If we get a bull break of 1869, we'll be looking at some space to the upside while we look to fill the gap up to 1898. If we get a bear break of 1853, we'll be looking down at the middle Bollinger Band support, and if we lose that, we just need to form a higher low compared to May 23rd of 1815. So that's the higher low that needs to form here if we do see a bear break, and if we see a bull break, space to the upside. Weekly time frame certainly still favoring the bulls, holding the 8-period exponential support on every little consolidation and then leading to continuation. Very strong week last week, closing up at the high. So the bulls are hoping that the SPY bulls, pretty much I would anticipate whatever the SPY inside bar does, that the PCLN inside bar will do as well. So a bull break on SPY will be looking for all-time highs, and the PCLN bulls will have a nice time working on that gap fill still. NVDA rumor on Friday, or actually not a rumor, but the stake coming in of buying position and looking at that follow through we got to the upside. And that just goes to show you when volume comes in, when you're in blue sky breakout, you can see the market makers struggle to keep up with things as we rocketed to the upside, $4 or $5 move, and we instantly pulled back once everybody got a hold of themselves. But that volume out of nowhere took the market here by surprise, seeing that huge move to the upside. So the upper wick of profit taking, we're now looking to consolidate a bit, but the bulls are absolutely still maintaining full control. That upper wick, again, was on one little 5-minute candlestick, and the bulls have a lot of momentum still. On any consolidation, as long as we form a higher low compared to 135.71, the bulls will remain in control of this daily trend. If we lose that, we look to the gap fill at 133.29. But we're so strong here on the weekly time frame above the upper Bollinger Band that the bulls have a lot of wiggle room with how much they could pull back and still be maintaining a ton of strength on this chart. So we'll update the weekly upper Bollinger Band at the open tomorrow and see where that level stands. It's going to be in the upper 133s, and the bulls will look to maintain that level to stay their strongest. Tesla is so good about closing at the high of the day. The bulls are really good at keeping momentum into the following day. And you look at this chart and see how many times in the past 3 months we've closed at the high of the day. It's almost 20 times at this point. 3 days in a row, every green day that we've seen, every solid green day that we've seen in the past month has had a close at the high of the day. And we're seeing that now as we're looking at just the all-time high. That all-time high is 327 and 327.66. So we're looking to head up to those resistance levels and test them this week on the verge of a bullish MACD cross. Lots of strength here. If we reject from 327 and can't get over that Tuesday, we have an ascending triangle pattern with a horizontal resistance line and our low, a higher low, and then we'll look to form a higher low and watch the range continue to tighten, but that's only if we can't get over that all-time high, which is likely to be tested on Tuesday. Weekly time frame, all bulls, exponential support holding, tons of follow-through to the upside, and right on the verge of new all-time highs. Netflix is consolidating off of a new all-time high. Inside bar on Friday as well, range of 161.12 to 163.05, get a bull break, and we're looking at an all-time high test. Upper Bollinger Band on the daily is going to be lining up right with the all-time high, so we have to keep that in mind as well. If we get a bear break, the gap to fill is down at 158.48. That's our first target to the downside, but the bulls have a lot of momentum buying the dip here even on Friday and closing up closer to the high of the day. We're closing above the upper Bollinger Band on the weekly as well. Any consolidation above 153 will maintain a very strong higher low pattern, and another bull that's just on the verge of its all-time high after getting a new one this recent past last week. CMG is the weakest name here, and that's relatively speaking, of course, but it's lower highs and lower lows. We didn't see much action from the bulls showing up this past week. Another lower high was set at 484.86, and our support is down here at 474. If we lose 474, we're looking down at 465, but the bulls are just trying to break this lower high, lower low pattern and make a move back to the $500 psychological resistance, which we were making our way towards before this pullback started. So clearly weak still, very tight ranges the past 3 days, not seeing much sign of the bulls, and patiently waiting for some increase in volume and volatility to indicate short-term direction. Overall, the weekly chart certainly still holding for the bulls, but we're seeing a tightening range between the weekly exponential support and the 100-week resistance that's dropping down, and those are going to converge and create such a tight space that we're going to see a close above or below one or the other this coming week. So we'll check in on that weekly chart once we get updated tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow after the bell rings. Have a great rest of your weekend.